Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Hit me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Let's go. Hot off the presses. Grab your exclusive merch at the Viral Hip Hop Shop. Protect your energy at all costs. And you tired of all these self-proclaimed goats? Well, be a goat killer exclusively at the Viral Hip Hop Shop. Link in the description.
Talk about Terrance Howard, man. Terrance Howard was talking about hustle and flow, and I couldn't believe when I heard this, man, about him pretty much not getting the royalties, the proper royalties and publishing he's supposed to get from the character. Let's play it.
SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrance Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went,
Wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrance Howard. They went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash can.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, it is hard unless you do it right.
Man, what's your thoughts, man? You an actor yourself. Go ahead, go in on this, man. How you feel,
bro? It just gives you another indication that everything that you see ain't really what it is.
Yep.
Right. When you look at a Terrance Howard, you think about Sunset Park. You think about Best Man. You think about Iron Man. You think about Hustle and Flow. You think about not Glory, that movie where he was the coach for the kids, the black kids in Philadelphia swimming. I forgot what that joint was called.
Right.
Mad movies. I'm basically getting that. His brother was big time, and to be barely paying your rent in 2005 when Hustle and Flow came out is mind-boggling. Back then. Now, dealing with certain situations and understanding how this shit works a little bit, it's not too far-fetched. It's not as far-fetched, I have to say. So I looked it up, right?
Right.
$12,000. And when you sign a contract, you basically sign before, you do the movie years in advance.
Okay.
So you don't know what it's going to gross. You don't know what's going to get put, what it's going to put out.
Right.
And there's a lot of money that goes into making a movie. I think the budget for Hustle and Flow was, if I'm not mistaken, a little over $2 million for the budget. $2.8 million for the budget, right?
Okay.
It did 75 million gross receipts worldwide.
Wow.
And the main character,
woo,
a character that, he played DJ, and DJ performed those songs that won Oscars, granted, but it wasn't a dude behind the scenes that did that and Terrance Howard mimicked it. No, he actually performed these records himself. So even though he may not get proper or publishing 100% because maybe he didn't write the record, things like that,
right,
he should get some type of residual because he performed the goddamn record that happened to win them Grammys and Oscars and all kind of other things, right? $12,000 makes you sick. Bro, what I made for my movie, and I'm nowhere on the level of a Terrance Howard. For him to make $12,000 for Hustle and Flow is criminal.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Well, you said Oscars. Like, this thing was like the biggest thing for those years that it was hot. That's crazy. But, it kind of reminds me of the Jason Weaver situation. And remember, he was talking to us and other people, but he said on our show that when he was doing Lion King, he had an opportunity to get maybe like a $2 million payout.
Yep.
But his mom told him, no, take the long-term residual money. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm not counting the man's pockets, but I'm pretty sure that's taking care of him to this day, or at least a portion of it, easily. Because look what Lion King has morphed to. But when these guys are in this situation, it's almost like now, right? Let's just say you go to a job or whatever, or you go to a movie set and they say, all right, usually this movie pays $20,000, but budget's a little crazy, we're going to pay you $5,000. Are you going to just walk away? You got to pay your rent. You got bills to pay. You're not going to walk away and say, nah, I want my 20. I demand my. You're going to say, all right, man, I'm going to take an L. Yeah. That's probably the situation that he was in, struggling to pay your rent. It's like, you ain't going to just turn this shit down. I'm going to take whatever they give me, which is effed up. But you talk about a movie that made $75 million. He only got $12,000. It goes to show you, man, like, I'm not going to say all these companies, But the game is rigged, just like music. And if you don't come in as a staunch businessman, a strong businessman, stern businessman from the beginning, or woman, you're liable to get shitted on like him. It's sad as hell, and it's very, appalling to me to hear this shit,
It's
man.
appalling, and it's tears to it too. Because make no mistake, your top, and I don't even want to call them, because Terrence Howard's a phenomenal actor, but I'm calling top tier actors like your Brad Pitts and
Yeah.
your George Clooney's and your Robert Downey Jr.'s. Robert Downey Jr. right now, to get him on a movie is $26 million.
Damn.
He ain't even want to hit $26 million to get him on
Up
set.
front too.
Period. That's his rate to get him in a movie. So when you look at that, and then you see 12 racks,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, motherfuckers out here that has nowhere near the same accolades as Terrence Howard are making that a mon. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
oh man, it was sad to hear somebody that we watched probably all of his movies, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? Did that. That's not cool. It's criminal. It's disgusting. I'm glad more people are exposing it. That's why I'm glad a lot of these actors are on strike, because although SAG does bring a lot of benefits to actors trying to get into the game, once you're really established and once you're really in there, you got to pay them first off. It's a union. You put dues in. You pay them. You pay them for things like this, so they fight for you.
Right.
And you hear a lot that they don't, and that's why they're sitting there on the strike right now, and that's why you see a situation where they're fighting for the right to not have happen with Terrence Howard when it comes to publishing and things like that happen. And you brought up Jason Weaver, and what a good fucking point.
Yeah.
And what I want to bang in is he was a kid. He
Yep.
couldn't really make decisions on his own. His mom was already established in the game, so they wasn't giving him no runaround. And not only did he win from the movie, he's still getting residuals from a record that is timeless.
Which one's
Timeless
that?
record. Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Oh shit. There you right.
That's him. It's over. They
Wow.
get paid from that. That's power. Straight power. That's exactly what Terrence Howard is complaining about, justifiably so. I think that because he was young and he had a good person in his corner and his mom, look at that.
Cause that $2 million would probably seem like a deal back then. Like
Yeah.
you whatever age you are, like, yo, let's get this money, mom. I could buy you a house. We could do this, but that shit would have been gone.
Yep.
You probably made 50 by now.
Mm-hmm.
At least, quadruple that money at least by now. Again, not trying to count the man's pocket, but it's only common sense. The movie's fucking one of the biggest Disney movies ever.
I guarantee you, and like you said, not to count that brother's pockets by any stretch, if he did nothing else, he can go to sleep at night knowing waking up he's eating off
Oh,
of
yeah.
that alone.
Yep.
Alone. And there's plenty of people out here that did it. One hit wonders and shit that still got timeless records. That's what they're doing. I know
He's a
couple
good
people.
dude too, man.
Yeah, real
Jason
good.
Weaver. Yep.
Might to hit him up.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect time to do it.
Word.
But yeah, man, that's one of the most down to earth people I think that we interviewed.
Oh yeah.
Real talk.
Always
but
pick up the phone, real good brother.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, that's all we got today here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. I definitely appreciate everybody listening in. Hey, if you're checking this out on YouTube, which you're probably most likely 99% of you will, right? Make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And after you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell and select the option that says get all notifications. That way you're locked in whenever we drop new content. Hey, that's your brother Sam Man, Viral Hip Hop News on your brother Oh God Hip Hop.